Hey, go ahead and share this video once you come in. Hey, Miss Rosie Mae. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, everybody that's coming in. When you come in, go ahead and share the video. Y'all already know when I go live, it's not just to be going live. I'm going live because I got some valuable nuggets. And I was just talking to somebody the other day and I was like, listen, I don't be feeling like going live, but I know when I go live, it's always like super helpful. Like it helps me and it helps you all as well. But anywho, so I just had like a aha moment a second ago. And I was walking down the hall and I had just finished juicing. And I just literally I always have affirmations, and if they come to my mind, I really like to because most of the time they so powerful. I really like to be somewhere where I can write them down in my journal so that I don't forget them. That way I can go back and recite them. I can reaffirm them. I can speak them out loud and all of those great things. So I was walking down the hall and I was actually taking out the trash because I had just juiced. And you know, when you juice, you have a lot of pulp and it's just a lot of trash and it's a lot of messy stuff that's left over. And you want to immediately get rid of that stuff because it can start to smell if you leave it in your trash can. So as I was walking down the hall, I was just like, how can I just start asking God, or the universe, how can I receive more of this feeling that I'm feeling? How can I receive more healing? How can I receive more, how can I receive more people that love me? How can I receive more people that's happy for me? How can I attract more people that really they genuinely just want to be around me, not for a motive, not to gain anything, not to get money, not for any type of motive. How can I attract people that just genuinely just want to help? And so let me rewind my day before I really get into the juice of what I have to offer you, or what I have to tell you on tonight. So I went to a class today. I went to an ashtray class. And I kind of knew that it was already going to be product knowledge. Hey, D. I knew it was going to be a product knowledge class. And I love the Woods. I love Michael and Ramona Woods from Ashtray. Shout out to Michael and Ramona Woods. I have been, connected to them now for a few years now. I had the privilege. And y'all, these, by the way, Michael and Ramona Woods, they are the owners of Ashtray Products. They are millionaires. I have been to their home. I actually had the privilege of visiting their home and their headquarters last year and let me just say, Black excellence. I just got two words, Black excellence, all the way around the board. And they was able to show us that. And so anyway, needless to say, I went to the class today really just out of support, because I had purchased the tickets and I was just like, let me go and support. Because I had 1,000 other things that I felt like I know I needed to be doing, because I'm doing a hairstylist appreciation day at my salon on Tuesday, and I'm going to be doing giveaways. So I have all these things that I need to be preparing for my event. So I had all these things that I needed to do, but I was just like, let me go and just be supportive. If nothing else, let me go and be supportive. So I had an extra ticket. I bought 2 tickets. I had an extra ticket, and I invited someone to come and go with me. So we get there. We was about an hour late. We get there, and of course, I use the product. I use the full product line in my salon, so I'm very knowledgeable about how the product work. I know how the product work. I like the product. So I really was not into, quote unquote, the product knowledge. Let me just be honest. I was not into that portion of the class. But how many of you know when you talking about money, when you talking about money, you got my attention, right? And so if you know Michael, y'all know he is a fool. If you know Michael Woods, you know he is a fool. Like, he a fool. So he gonna keep you laughing. He gonna act a fool. But he teaches you principles. He teaches you wisdom while he act a fool. He liable to jump up on the table and do the chicken. But he gonna teach you how to get money. And so, of course, he had me like all in. And so for the last, I would say 2 years, I have been saving aggressively. Like when I say aggressively, if I told you what I save a week, you probably would think I'm lying. For the last 2 years, I have been aggressively saving money. Now, for the last, let me see, if you count from December. I'll say from December, and it's now April. December, January, February, March. 5 months. I have done more in 5 months than a lot of people have done in a lifetime. I have launched several products. I have created multiple streams of income. I've created and done so much and accomplished so much in those short months that most people have done in a lifetime. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, so he's talking about saving money along with just basically business principles. I also have some other things going on that I won't right now talk about because it has something to do with the video, but it doesn't. I'll talk about it later. Please teach me how to save aggressively. So I'll get to that. For one, you got to have a total mind transformation. You got to have discipline. What is it called? Self-control. You got to have self-control. What is self-control? That's the ability to give yourself a command and then follow it. It's just that simple. Self-control. The ability to give yourself a command and then follow it. Now, if you have children, wave at your girl, give me some hearts, if you have children, how many of you that's watching me have children? Now, if you are a parent and you know you talk to your children, you lecture your children, you teach your children right from wrong, you tell them what to do every day, you expect them to do as you say, correct? Well, a lot of times, even the things that we tell our children to do, we then don't follow what we're telling our children to do. So then our children is going to follow and watch us. We have to be that example. And we can't go in the old way of how our parents taught us. You do as I say do, don't do as I do. Do as I say do, don't do as I do. Like, no, that don't work. It has never worked. It will never work. It hasn't worked in the past. It will never work in the future. How many of you have heard your parents say, don't do as I do, you do as I say do, and then they just expect you to go on and do what they do? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. So anywho, so Mr. Michael was spitting game. So, I was all ears and I was smiling from ear to ear because I know I was doing everything that he was saying. I was doing it. And not only was I doing it, I was already teaching it. I taught a webinar last Sunday called No More Slow Days, which teaches hairstylists and other entrepreneurs how not to have another slow day in their business ever again. So my philosophy is, if you can do something, if you can do a thing, then guess what? You can teach it, because you can teach things that you've already experienced it. So I taught the webinar. The webinar was a success. It was amazing. I felt so fulfilled. I felt so great after I taught that webinar. And so as he was teaching today, I was feeling really, really good on the inside, because I knew as a hairstylist where I once used to be versus where I sit today. Now, do I have millions saved in my bank account? No, but I'm well on my way. And I know that with the mindset that I have, and now the principles that I practice and my rituals and my speaking, and not only just speaking, but not and in this day and time, I'll even say faith will not even get you there, because it's a difference between having faith and knowing. Because I sit from a place of knowing where God has called me. I sit from a place of knowing what God has told me and what he's promised me. And I sit from a place of knowing where that I had to go back and denounce some things and pull some things down and go to the root to the problem and never pick it back up again, which freed me from so many things that was blocking me from my wealth, from my riches, from business endeavors. And so what that's leading me to is this very video of what I just experienced just on today. Just on today, how God opened my mind even further to be able to receive even more than what I've already received. And I'm just like, God has such a way of presenting divine appointments. And even for the short clip, and I see Mr. Michael Woods just joined me. I'm talking about you, Mr. Michael, because you have no idea, just me being in that class, how it opened up so many other divine thoughts, so many other thought-provoking ideas. Today was just so divine for me, and it was so many divine moments that followed me even after I left the seminar today. Just the phone calls and the DMs and the inboxes that I received from people that was not even in the industry, that said, hey, what that guy, what he was saying, oh my God, like he was saying some good stuff, and it really, really made me think. It really, really made me like really say, hey, I need to get a grip. And then one guy that I was talking to, he said, man, that really made me think about some things. And then, but even in return, I still said, hey, don't be so hard on yourself, because I know him personally. You're a lot further ahead than a lot of barbers in this industry. I know I'm a lot further ahead than a lot of stylists, because I got this thing a few years ago. Therefore, I've been saving. I've already started. Now, could I have been a lot further along? Absolutely. But like I was telling another stylist today, you have to start with what you have. Just as long as you start, you have to start somewhere. And where you start is here. I've always heard Mr. Michael Wood say, if you don't, you got to get it in your head before you can hold it in your hand. You got to get it in your head before you can hold it in your hand. You can take all the classes you want. You can take all the seminars you want. You can learn how to do the best cut, the best color. You can slay some hair. But guess what? If you don't change it here and implement it, guess what? Knowledge. People say knowledge is power all day. But knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge. You have to apply. Because even the person that I was talking to earlier, he was just like, yeah, I was watching a video and, I understood what he was saying. And, yes, Romans 12:2. Renewing the mind. The Bible says in Romans, be ye not of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing. You got to renew your mind. So what are you doing to feed your mind? Who are you listening to? What are you doing every morning? Every morning I have rituals that I do. I have affirmations. I just put a new download on my website, KendallTJohnson.com. It's a motivational download. It's saying everything that is opening my mind up to receiving everything that the universe, everything that God has for me. In the beginning, in Genesis, he tells us who we are. It's our birthright. He says, I will give you I will give you rule and dominion over every living, moving thing that creepeth upon the earth. God said when he created us in his image. And if God created us in his image, that means whatever we think, whatever we speak, the universe has to shift and conform to what we say. So what I'm trying to get to is, listen, for the last few months, man, I have been on 1,000. Shifting, saying, thinking, being open to the endless possibilities that the universe, what is the universe? That's God. That's our creator. So don't ever get it twisted. When I say universe, I'm talking about God, because God is the universe. He is the energy. He created the universe. He created us. So don't ever I say universe, I mean God. So the last few months, I've really been really deep in this thing. I've been really deep in going back to the root, going back to even before I was born, to denounce some things and pull some things down and figure out what is really blocking me. What is really blocking us? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but it's invisible forces that continues to push against you to continuously keep you stuck. It's working against you to continuously keep you broke, keep you stressed, keep you living in fear, keep you spending all your money, spinning all your wheels, working like a slave. It was not meant for us to work like slaves. It was never meant for you to work like a slave. This thing comes so easy. If I told you how easy so many things have came to me just within the last few months starting, I'll just go back to December 2018. Things that I have been speaking and praying and snotting over and asking God to help me and standing at the altar every Sunday and praying and asking people to lay hands on me. I've been asking for all of this stuff that I've been trying to do, trying to pay my way. God did it instantly when I was able to get to the root of the problem. He just opened it up. So the key is staying open, being open to receiving. How do you stay? Okay, so let me go back. I'm going to get to at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to stay open. First of all, how to get open to receiving all of the abundance, and then how to stay open. How to get open, and then how to stay open. Pass the collection plate, because you preaching. Listen, y'all, I'm so passionate about this thing. Share this video on Facebook. For those of you that's on Instagram, share the video. Share my profile. If you got friends on Instagram, tell them to follow me. Share this video on Instagram. Just push the little share button. Push the share button. Because I promise you, this is going to bless your life. And so, because I've been open to receiving, because I've been getting up and listening to powerful affirmations, powerful things that will feed my intellect, reading powerful things that will feed my intellect, that will feed my brain, asking God, what am I not doing? What is it that I'm not doing? What is it that I need to be, create, and generate to receive all that I need to receive? What is it that I'm not doing? What is it that I'm not getting? What is it that I'm not getting? You have to begin to ask. The Bible says you ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open unto you. Seek and you shall find. And whatever that is that you're seeking, guess what? It's also seeking you. But you got invisible things that keep blocking you. And guess what? If it ain't happened by now, then what you've been doing for the last 10, 15, 20, 30, however old you are, it is not working. Let's just be honest. Ask yourself, have the last 30, 40, 50, 60 years, however old you are, has it worked up until this point? What I'm gonna ask you how you know if it's working, what type of fruit? What type of tangible fruit are you bearing right now? What tangible fruit are you bearing right now? That's how you can tell. And then that right there will hush all the naysayers, all your haters, everybody that don't like you, people that don't believe in you. All of that stuff is irrelevant because you got big fruit. What's big fruit? I got the fruit right here to prove it. I got fruit. I got fruit. I got fruit. That bank account, my bank receipts, that's fruit. When I'm able to help people, that's fruit. When I was able to host a free event and invite people in free, that was fruit. But guess what? If you broke, busted, and disgusted, you can't invite nobody in for free. You trying to, every time you turn around, you saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. You can't never offer nothing for free just to help people. The Bible is, the kingdom is about building people. It ain't all about always taking. It's all about giving things that is intangible that people can't in return pay you for. You can't in return pay me enough money to pay me what I'm giving you today. This slide right here is very intangible. There's not enough money that you can pay me to get on live and tell you what I'm telling you right now. It's not enough because it's life altering. It's life changing. Because if you listen to what I'm saying and you apply, what did I say at the beginning of the video? Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So when you begin to listen to certain people that draw you in and you apply the knowledge and you read a certain book that really, really draw you in, that you can really, really relate to, and then you go back to your life and your business and you apply what you've heard, or you apply whatever it was that drew you in. When you apply that, that's what's powerful. But you can hear it all day and it can itch your ears and make you shout and make you comfortable and make you fall all out in the flow and make you happy. And then you go back to your same old mundane life and nothing ever changes. Like, when are you going to get tired of being tired? When are you going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? Like, it's nobody else's fault. So guess what? When I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of spinning my wheels, then guess what I did? I changed. It was nobody but me. It was nobody but me. So when you read this book, I Am Not My Circumstance, baby. Every scenario, every story, every fight, every relationship, every dysfunctional everything about this book, y'all, just about was dysfunctional. Some horrible situations, horrible circumstances, horrible things happen. But at the end of the day, I had to ask God, okay, who's the common denominator? It's so many different people in this book. It's so many different scenarios in this book. But the common denominator was me. So I had to change who I was. I had to change me. And once I figured it out, then I applied that. Knowledge is not power, but applied knowledge is powerful. And I guarantee you, even the person that I was when I wrote this book back in 2015, you can find it on my website, KendallTJohnson.com. Even the person that I thought I was after I wrote the book, I still had so much growing to go. I still had so much more growing to do even after this book. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy because I was still scratching. I was still reaching. I was still saying, Lord, what is it that I'm not getting? What am I not doing right? Those are the questions that you need to ask, not how much more money I need. Because see, if the truth be told, you ain't being faithful over the little 2-3 coins you got now. He ain't finna give you no more until you figure out what's the root to your dysfunction in every area. So stop trying to cover it up and keep moving and keep inspiring and keep doing all these, being busy, doing all this stuff, and get you right. And just be. And once you get that part right, everything else follows. So everything else is easy. The book gonna come easy. The business gonna come easy. The finances is gonna come easy. The help is gonna come easy. The friends, the loving friends, the healthy relationships, the happy friends, the people that will build you up, the people that will get under you and help you and get behind you and push your vision without a motive, which is what I experienced today. Listen, I experienced today, y'all, like 5 divine appointments in one day. One day. I almost want to cry. I'm so freaking grateful. Like, I'm so freaking grateful because I literally see what I've been asking just for the last couple of weeks, for the last 15 days. Things that I've been asking, like healing. Certain parts of my body need healing. Healing. It happens. Quick. God said, I'll do a quick work. All I need for you to do is be open. How do you be open? So let me go back. So I was walking. I had juiced. I started juicing. Because when you begin to ask God to heal you, I need to be, God, what do I need to do to be healed in my mind, my body, my spirit? What my finances need to be healed. Everything needs to be healed. When you begin to ask questions, remember on my last live video, I said you have to live in the question. Not in the how. Oh, well, God, how's this going to get done? How's that going to get done? Well, I don't really understand that. So how this going to happen? How that's going to happen? You don't ever ask them type of questions. And you never ever ask, why me, Lord? Why me, Lord? Don't ever ask those questions. Them not the questions you ask. But it's certain questions like, what is it about me that I'm not getting? Or what do I need to do in order to be healed, happy, whole, wealthy? What do I need to do? What do I need to be, create, and generate to be happy, whole, and healthy? Right? So I won't go into the story about how I stumbled upon this healing thing, but because I've been asking for years, just certain things I wanted to be healed from, right? So I was having this conversation in the salon the other day, and this is just how the earth, the universe will begin to shift things to where he will begin to send people just throughout the day, the grocery store, at the class today. I met 3 people at the grocery store, going to the grocery store just to buy beets, just everything that will cause you to heal from the inside out without medication. I'll put the recipe up later. So I'm in the grocery store shopping, right? Because I'm going home to juice, right? So I run into 3 people. And within them 3 people, I got so many answers that I have been looking for, like key ingredients to my wealth, to my abundance, to my health. You guys have no idea God sending people. What do you need me? Do you need me to help you? Do you need me? What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do for you? Oh, you want me to help you cut up all the vegetables? He even sent somebody to help. Because see, I'm one, I don't like to cook. I don't like to cook. I don't like to juice because it's messy. And it causes you to have to clean. It was so much stuff I had to clean up after I juiced. I don't like to do it, right? So he sent somebody. And so before, and this video can end up being so long, but before I didn't trust people. He's even healing me in those areas. I didn't trust people, typically women. And this goes back to my childhood. I typically didn't trust women. So I would not invite women into my home because I didn't trust women. So he sent somebody to say, hey, I'll cut the vegetables up for you. I'll go to the grocery store with you and I'll cut the vegetables up. And all you'll have to do is just put them over in the juicer. Made my life just so much easier. Then I ran into somebody else. A key ingredient to the next game-changing move that I'm about to make. Ran into another person that told me every benefit to every vegetable that I was buying in the grocery store. This lady had a back surgery. She's a martial arts professional. She's a professional martial artist. So she do all that karate stuff. Lady just walked up to us and just started talking to us in the grocery store. And so she began to tell me what the benefits were of the beets and the ginger and the turmeric and char and all these things. That she began to tell me how they will heal whatever it is that I need healing in, right? And it was just so much, y'all. So anywho, after I juiced, I'm getting down to why I'm doing this video. After I juiced, I stood back and I looked at the two canisters of juice. And then I made like a separate juice of nothing but carrot juice. Because I was having a conversation in the salon the other day with one of my other clients that she was diagnosed with sickle cell, has been living with sickle cell anemia all her life, was taking medication. Again, she gave me the recipe that I went and bought today. She no longer takes medication for sickle cell. Let me tell y'all how when you ask the universe for healing, when you ask God to heal you, he will begin to shift things and move things and put people in your life and put people in your path and different conversations that would normally not come up. You will find yourself talking about things that wouldn't normally happen, that wouldn't normally come up. She used to have to take medications for sickle cell anemia. She no longer has to take them. So here we go having this conversation. So I'm in the grocery store and the lady, the martial artist lady, had 3 back surgeries, other surgeries. She was taking all these medications and now she no longer takes the medication. Everybody that's looking at me, if you taking medication, you need to be watching this. You need to share this video. You need to go back and rewatch this video. You need to go to my website, KendallTJohnson.com, download the MP3, listen to it. And I'm finna give you more questions that God gave me walking to the trash after I looked at the juice that I had just made. I made so much juice, y'all. And I looked at the juice and I almost cried. Because my intentions when I made the juice, because you have to be very intentional on when you're doing certain things. Even when it comes to saving money, you have to be very intentional. And so, even in the class today, I wasn't going to buy nothing. I don't know if Mr. Michael's still watching. I wasn't even going to buy nothing in Mr. Michael class. Because I just really, to be honest, I went for moral support. Why? Because when I have a class, I want people to come to my class. So what does the Bible say? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But see, even when I got there, a part of me was still closed. Because I said, well, I already used the product. I already have product at my salon. So I'm not going to buy anything because I don't need to buy anything. Right? So when time came for him to do sales, I had already made up my mind that I was not going to buy. And then God said, he spoke to me. He spoke to me again and he said, do unto others. Y'all, this stuff that we already know. But what did I say at the beginning of the video? Knowledge is not power, because we already know that. Applied knowledge. So the Bible says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I wasn't finna buy nothing. But when God dropped that spirit in, when he dropped that scripture in my spirit, he said, buy anyway. Do you need it? No. You'll eventually use it. You'll eventually need it. But would you want people to come and sit in your class? Because I have classes. Would you want people to come and sit in your class and leave out and walk out and not buy? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So guess what I did? I bought. It, again, intentional. So I'm looking at the juice. That was a lesson, y'all. That was a lesson. That was a lesson. I'm looking at the juice that was on my counter. And I begin to ask God, I begin to ask the universe, how can I experience more of this? How can I experience more of this? More of what? More of this healing. How can I experience more of this healing? And I'm getting emotional right now because y'all have no idea how powerful what I'm experiencing, how it came about, how it happened. And if y'all don't have an idea, y'all just keep watching. Y'all just keep watching. And you keep watching the miracles and the signs and the wonders that God is demonstrating in my life. Just keep watching it unfold because it's happening. It has happened and it's continuously happening, right? So I began to ask the universe, because remember, you have to live in the question. How can I receive more of this? More of what? This healing, that this juice that I just made, what it's going to do in return to my body. How can I receive more of this? And then I said, okay, well, I don't like to juice. I don't like to go to the grocery store. I don't like the preparation. I don't like to cook. I don't like to prepare meals. I don't really like doing that stuff. If y'all are people or women that y'all really don't like to cook, holla at your girl. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. I just want to see who's in agreement with me, who feel the way I feel. When I leave working 12 to 16 hours, I don't want to cook. And to be honest, I like my kitchen to stay clean. And I was telling Miss Betty today, to be honest, like the way I think, the way I program my thinking about cooking, to be honest, I don't like a dirty kitchen and I don't like cleaning my kitchen. So in order for me to keep my stove clean and to keep my kitchen clean, I don't cook. So I just go out to eat, right? And so I begin to ask the universe, I begin to ask God, how can I receive more of this healing? How can I receive more of this, of what I'm experiencing today, this feeling that I'm experiencing? How can I receive more of this? And then the question was raised, how can I begin to love grocery shopping for healthy things? How can I begin to love preparing things that are gonna make me healthy? How can I begin to love to prepare things that's going to heal my body? How can I begin to love how to self-heal? Because God made us to speak healing on. It ain't just speaking. Remember, applied knowledge, applied faith. It's not just, oh, I'ma speak that I'm healed. No. Oh, I'm gonna go to church and they gonna lay hands on me and then I'm healed. No, it's certain things that you just have to get up off of your sorry self and do. The information is there. It's out there. The information is out there for us to get. Dr. Sebi, what's his name? Nipsey Hussle. He was spitting game left and right. People are out here. Listen, it's so many people on this healing thing, y'all. But they don't really look like me. They skin complexion ain't like this. They look like the other people. They look like the other people. So, I've been talking to the other people. And I've been taking the other people classes. And so God have placed me on this platform for me not only to experience all of this abundance and all of this healing and all of this for myself, but he's placed me on this platform to help my people. It's not just for me. So anyway, I'm walking down the hall now. I'm taking all the trash from the pulp and all the juicing and all this stuff. I'm taking all this stuff to the trash chute, right? And all of these different affirmations just started coming to me, and I started saying them out loud. But I'm just like, dang, I need my journal. I need my journal so I can write this stuff down, right? So when I got back to the house, I sat down, I started writing. And I said, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live so I can talk about this, so I can give y'all the affirmations that he just gave me, right? I want to share. So I wrote in my journal, and for those of you, y'all like my journal, Kindle, by Kendall T. Johnson, the I Am Success Journal. So I write down everything that I want to happen. I write it in this really cute journal. So anywho, and I wrote, of course, I wrote the date, and I wrote it in the section, life goals, right? So it says more of what the universe wants me to have. The affirmations. That's what I wrote. And I said, how can I receive more healing to my body? How can I attract more people who love me? How can I attract more people that want to volunteer their time, their talent, and not have any motives, like just to push my vision? How can I attract more people that just want to help people, that just want to make the world a better place? How can I attract them type of folk versus I just want to be, I just want to help her because I know she probably got a little money, and I could probably get a little piece of the pie. Like God said, whatever you make happen for other people, I'll make happen for you. I said, what do I need to do to receive all the healing the universe has for me? What do I need to do to be more open to receiving all the universe / God has for me? I am open for change for the better. I am open to learn the things I need to know and grow. I forgive all who have offended me and wronged me, because a lot of the stuff that's being held up, it's being held up because y'all harboring unforgiveness and hate against people who wronged you probably when you was a little kid. You need to go back and forgive them people, all of them. Because I had to do an exercise just on forgiveness. And it was like, girl, when I got through, I'm talking about girl, like I'm talking to a girl. Girl, when I got through, oh, I swear I could visualize about 300 or 400 people in a line. I had to individually forgive all these people so I could clear those blocks. I'm telling you, you got to clear all this stuff that's blocking you. If you're not happy, if you're not a happy person, I guarantee you have blocks, invisible blocks that you can't see. I am open to learn the things I need to know and grow. That I need to know to grow. I forgive who have offended me and wronged me. I shut down every blockage, roadway, gateway, and thought that tries to work negatively against me. I am a creator. I dominate. I conquer. I am wealthy, happy, whole, and healthy. God, how can it get any better than this? I am open to receive. And that's what I wrote, y'all. Like, and I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to say these again to myself before I go to bed tonight. And y'all can replay this video and write those down and say that. And remember to go back and forgive. Because a lot of the stuff that's blocking you from childhood, you got to forgive. And when I say forgive some people, like it ain't just like, Lord, I forgive them. No, you got to forgive people. And when you forgive people, you let it go. You let it go. Will you forget? Maybe not. But when you forgive people, you can really, really be open to receiving and embracing people with really, really pure love. And that opens you up to the abundance of everything that God, that the universe has for you. And I'm closing, y'all. I'm closing. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Share this video. Again, if I have any hairstylists on the line that's in Orlando, barbers, I'm having a hairstylist appreciation, networking, mixer type of thing. It's not just like an event to where you come and you just stay. You simply come through the salon, grab your free gifts, grab some free products, some samples, take a picture with your girl just to say, I celebrate you. Because I'm celebrating you as a hairstylist. Y'all work so hard. We all work hard. And I just want to give you a token of my appreciation because I salute you. We work hard. We give so much of ourselves. And a lot of times we don't hear that. We don't hear I celebrate you. We don't tell each other enough that we celebrate each other. So I had this grand idea that I just wanted to host a little mixer and a soft launch of my product line because I never really just launched it. I never did. I just kind of got it and just started just grinding with it. So I want to give that. I want to give those products to you. And I just want to say, I salute you. I appreciate you. God bless you. And I just want to give you, we're going to have some wine, some cheese, a little music, and just some things that we just want to give away just to let you know I appreciate you. I see you. And good job. That's it. So meet me at Celebrity Status Hair Studio, 6996 Piazza Grand Avenue. That's Suite 102, Studio number 1. So you guys, if nothing else, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. And I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Have a good night.